Vibes Masters, it's your girl Vibes Missy checking in. How are you doing today? Yeah, today I'm basically, it's the weekend. It's the weekend. It's the weekend, and since I'm not going to be doing a power video today, I decided to do a kind of a book review. I think I've spoken about this book before, but I'm gonna give you guys more in details as to why I like this book. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so this book that I've been reading is called The Power of Now. Not sure if you guys can see it. It's by Eckhart Tolle, or Tolle. Not sure how you pronounce his name, but yeah, Eckhart Tolle, right? And it's basically, as the name suggests, is basically suggesting to people, well, as the name states, the power of now is basically teaching you to live in your now, to appreciate your situation as to now, not to invest into the future too much, but to basically just live in your now, forget about the past and indulge in the now, have a great time in the now. There is one big thing that I have taken from this book that I want to basically talk about, and that is the fact that it tells you to basically watch your mind, right? And in so watching your mind, what it does, it basically tells you to find out what your triggers are. But before I talk about finding out what your triggers are, I want to let you know that living in a foreign country, I want to say that living in a foreign country is not an easy thing, right? You and I know that it is not an easy thing to live in a foreign country, especially when you're living in a foreign country where the culture is totally different. It is extremely difficult to live in a country where you don't speak the language, the culture is different, the people are different, especially when they're basically mute people. It's extremely difficult, right? And as such, we have to find things to motivate us, to help us to keep going, because if you don't, then you're going to fall into a serious state of depression. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, depression is not a good thing. It is not a good thing. It's definitely not a good thing, right? So we don't want to fall in a state of depression, right? And basically, this book has helped me a lot. Alright, so what it has done is basically it has taught me that I need to identify my triggers. And my triggers, it basically means that you're going to identify those things that basically cause you to go into depression, or to go in a depressive mode, right? Or a depressing mode. And for me, I find that my triggers are, number one, my race. Like, I don't like when people put down my race. I don't like when people talk badly about my race. I don't like when people undermine my race and that kind of stuff, right? So for me, that is one of my triggers. And whenever those thoughts come into my mind, like, I have to just watch my mind and think about, and just listen to my mind think, and not try to contribute to the conversation, because all this will do is add to animosity and have you hate the people who are around you even more, right? And whenever I find myself drifting into that kind of state, I basically divert to this book, and it brings me back to a level of consciousness, right? My number two trigger is financial difficulties. Like, I don't like to be in financial difficulties. So for example, if I see that my budget that I'm making for the month is not sufficient enough, I automatically go into panic, and it's very easy to get into depression when you're thinking about, for me, when I'm thinking about my financial situation. And so I have to carefully watch my mind when I get into a situation where my financial stability is questioned, or my financial stability is threatened, right? And so I have to watch my mind and watch what my mind is thinking when I get to this state, right? That's another one of my triggers. And another one of my triggers, number three, I have three major triggers, sorry. I have some other triggers, but I have three major triggers. And number three for me is basically loneliness. I don't like to be lonely, right? I hate loneliness. And so if I feel lonely, I can find myself going into a depressing mode. And in order to prevent this, as I said before, I have to get to a level of consciousness where I step back and I basically just listen to my mind think and just listen to my mind talk, because it may sound crazy, but trust me, if you should just step back when you're going through a problem and just listen to what's going on in your mind, you will be amazed at the conversations that actually go on in your mind. Or maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. Or maybe Mr. Eckhart Tolle is crazy too. But if you are going through a situation and you should just step back and not contribute to the conversations that's happening in your mind, trust me, you will be amazed at some of the things that actually goes on in your mind. Like, you will just hear your mind going into overdrive by just thinking, right? Without you even saying anything, without contributing to the conversation that's going in your mind. You can hear your mind like thinking and going into overdrive. Oh my God, what if this happened? What if that happens? Like, you can hear your mind going into overdrive, right? So yeah, this book basically has introduced me to the level of consciousness where now I can just actually listen to my mind. It's not easy. It's not very easy, because it's very difficult to basically step back and watch your mind, right? It's not easy. It's not easy at all. And I am by no means telling you that it is easy, but it is doable, right? It is very doable. Yeah. And that has helped me a lot. Just knowing my triggers, knowing what causes me to get angry or what causes me to be very emotional or to become depressed, knowing what these triggers are and identifying them, and as such, it's easy for me when these triggers occur to just step back and basically watch my mind and listen to my mind think, and not go into a depressing state of mind, or a depressive, if there is such a word, depressive state of mind. Yeah, to not go into a depressive state of mind, because trust me, ladies and gentlemen, it's not easy living in a country such as Japan, especially because of the fact that they are so racist without even a reason to be racist, right? But yeah, this book is a very good read, and I would recommend it to anyone to go and try and read this book. Yeah, it's also on, yeah, so this is on, I think this book is on Oprah's book club lists. I'm not sure, but I know that the author, Eckhart Tolle, is definitely on Oprah's book club's list. Yeah, if you feel yourself drawing into a state of depression, it's all in your mind, and this book basically opens, as I said, your consciousness and pulls you into having you step away from your mind and just stepping into consciousness, becoming conscious, and I think this book is definitely a great read. It's money well spent, so you guys just check it out. Yeah, love this book. There's also another one that I'm loving too, The Alchemist, but I guess I'll tell you guys about that one another time. But yeah, The Alchemist is also a very good book. But yeah, that is all for today. It's your girl Vibes Missy checking out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys for watching, and don't forget to like my videos, comment, and subscribe, and check me out on Instagram. It's the same name on Instagram. It's Vibes Missy on Instagram. I love you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. And to all my peoples up in America, happy 4th of July. Enjoy your weekend, and happy Independence Day, America. Thank you guys for watching. I love you. Toodaloo.